he does. Say what's up to the vlog, bro.
I see what's going on, watching the hard man work.
Yeah. Look at that fucking drip, though. What up, what up, what up? It's your girl Free coming at you guys live with another exclusive vlog. I'm actually so excited to be pulling up to Desto Dub's Awful Lot of Cough Syrup store. What is it? What did Draco say at the end of that song? 7318 Melrose. Say what's up to the people.
What's going on? It's your boy Desto Dubb, the Watts Virgil, straight out of Watts, California, reporting live from Melrose Avenue, 7318, as y'all heard in the end of a lot of these songs.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm honestly amazed because I've seen your store. I've been following your clothing brand for a long time. I know who you were for a minute. The clothes and shit, because I know a lot of people that drink lean. So they've been tapped in with your shit. So I know you started from the van, correct? Mm-hmm. And then from the van, you've recently came here. So I want to talk about that later. You coming here later in the vlog. How did you come about doing the clothes? And
I've been doing clothes my whole life. I've been making clothes ever since my mom couldn't afford the ones that I liked. So
right.
I've been taking sewing class 9th, 10th, 11th grade. I had a few different clothing lines. I did merch for my homeboys clothing line. For my homeboys group, it was called Overdose, and we had merch called Desto. So I did that. You know, I've been dealing with clothes my whole life. From like back when I was in high school, they used to make like these Mesquite shirts where people would like make paint splatters all over the shirts, and like you know, they'll charge you like $200 for the shirts. So I used to make those for people. Like if you got some shoes that's like pink and black, I'll make you like pink and black splatter shirt and sell that to you know. So all of that stuff over time, just dealing with like clothes, making clothes. I just started making my own brand, and this is like all of the trial and error. This is like the finished one that kind of made it out of all of them.
Okay, it's an awful lot of cough syrup.
Yeah.
Okay, and where did the inspiration for that come from besides the fact of the cough syrup?
Well, it was just crazy because like, you know, I was really like addicted to cough syrup at a point in time. Like I used to be super, super, super skinny, like probably like 120. But then like I got super addicted to cough syrup. And like one night I was like driving and I down there got into like an accident, and the police like pulled me out of the car, and you know, they had that bright ass light in your face, and all I heard was like, that's an awful lot of cough syrup. And like, you know, I guess my homeboy recorded it at the time, and the police was like, that's an awful lot of cough syrup. But that's all that just kept replaying in my head from that night. You know, me waking up in jail, me like, what the fuck just happened? And all I kept hearing was, that's an awful lot of cough syrup. And just over time, I just like kind of like trademark and marketed that because it was so catchy. Right. And it's been going ever since.
It's so funny that you said that because that clip recently went viral and Draco retweeted it. And I didn't know that it was an actual, like I didn't know that that was the actual clip of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like, he said like, that's an awful lot of cough syrup, sir.
You must be really sick.
Yeah, exactly. You must be really sick. So it was funny to me, like when I seen it, I'm like, oh, this is just funny. You know, this is like, we'll go with Dub shit. I didn't actually know that was you.
Yeah.
So that was the birth of the brand, basically. Okay, well, you see, I get all the exclusives. Now everybody will know. So, okay, so that was the birth of the brand. What part of your life was that? What age group?
Fuck, I don't even know, really. I'm not good with numbers.
Are you in like your 30s?
Yeah, I'm in my 30s.
Okay, so you're older like me.
20-something, like 25, 26, something like that.
So you knew right off the bat.
No,
like,
I didn't know off the bat. I didn't like, it was just stuck in my head. And then like I was doing something else where I was like tie-dyeing and bleaching shirts and shit because like at the time that's when people were wearing like the bleach rock band tees, with, like, the Chelsea boots and like the skinny jeans and pants. So I started making them shirts, and then once I started making them shirts, you know, I was like, I'm making all this money selling somebody else's face on a t-shirt or brand on a t-shirt. I need to do my own. What would I do? And that's when it just popped up like awful lot of cough syrup. I gotta like turn that, find the right font and just, you know, really just make it as plain as possible and put it on the front of a shirt so that when people just read it, like, that's an awful lot of cost of it.
Right.
And shit, like, with my marketing and my hustle, and I just took that shit and it went, like, damn near global. Because, like, I went on tour and I was just giving people all of these shirts to wear while they perform, and like, without even knowing, I was like building a brand that way.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when I got off a tour with so many people that wanted this stuff, you know, and then shit, I just kept making it. I used to like catch the bus to the Slauson and make like 10 shirts, give away 8, sell 2, and make another 10.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, I've been giving, like, I was literally giving this shit away for like years and years and years.
What year do you think that was when you were doing that?
Probably like 2017.
Because I remember seeing it way before it was this popular.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like I said, I only seen it amongst people that drank lean because, you know, and before Draco went to jail and stuff, I seen it back
it was
then.
like, you know, I was fucking with them niggas way back because I used to sell them lean.
Right.
So like, that's how I knew all of them niggas, because they used to call me and I used to put up and sell them lean.
Right. And it's crazy because looking back, like, you know, I met you recently when Draco got out of jail. I didn't know you before, but looking back at the old videos, you're in them. And I look back like, oh shit, there's Dubb. Like, because I was wondering, like, oh, when did he come around? But I know you had been friends with him for a long time. I could tell by the connection.
Me, myself, I don't do a lot of the partying because, like, you know, like, I'm kind of older than a lot of them, so I'll be having to, like, play. Like, I'm working to get to where I need to be at. You know what I mean? Like, I was kind of like a late starter. So with that being said, while they chilling and stuff, you know, I'm really working all day. You know, I kind of only link up with them at nighttime when they in the work mode that I'm in all day. You know what I mean? I can't hang around all day. I can't go to every music video. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're not a rapper.
I have a business. No, I make music too. It's just I gotta besides making music, I have a business, like several businesses. So rap is the smallest thing in my life.
Is it more like a hobby for you? Or is
it's just kind of like, it's like, if you gonna make a car company, you gotta make the wheels too. It'll be stupid. Like, you know, now you can have a car company and make everything else but the wheels, but it's like, won't you make your own wheels? You know what I mean? So like, why, like, you know, I like music. I was doing music before I was, as much as I was doing clothes. You know what I mean? But it just go hand in hand, and it's crazy because I always thought the music would blow up, and then when the music blow up, I already know how to do my own merch. But the merch blew up before the music.
Yeah. Do you really take the music serious?
Hell yeah. But I probably, like, honestly,
because
I record, like, because it's the thing, I'm more of a team player. So, like, let's say if it's 5 people in the room and we need to get to the championship, I'm gonna sit back and let somebody else record all night. You know what I mean?
Got you. I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna sit back because I can do other things better that can help them. You know what I mean? It's already 5 motherfucking shooters. They need a center. They need a coach. Right. So a lot of times when I have my artists or these kids or these young adults who I fuck with, who I know they could be influenced by the wrong person, I kind of sit back on my music and help them with theirs. Right. You know what I mean? So they can get their shit together without wanting not one thing in return. You know what I mean? Like, I literally, like, when I first met Draco, he told me, yeah, hey, you know I rap. And I'm like, duh, everybody rap, nigga, I rap too. And then when I started hearing his songs, I'm like, oh, yeah, you really rap. You know what I mean? So let's clean you up. I introduced him to my best friend, Naveen, who's an engineer and everything. So that's how his sound started getting more polished. He started going from just recording in somebody's house in their backyard to really recording on like $60,000 worth of equipment to make your shit sound good. You know what I mean? I hooked him up with Fizzle, who was like catering beats that made specifically for him. You know what I mean? So I brought my team to him. Right. You know, the same thing I did with Lil Pump. That's how Lil Pump made Gucci Gang. You know what I mean? I brought my same people, Fizzle, to Pump. We recorded it. It made a hit. You know, it's all about like a vibe, I feel like. Right. So like, I'm just a professional vibe setter. You know what I mean? Definitely. So like, I know that. And then I try to clean it up. You know what I mean? Like, okay, when Draco got out, I picked that nigga up in a fucking Sprinter, took him to a high-ass studio, and let him record his song. You know what I mean? He didn't have to, like, worry about... I let the shooters just worry about shooting. Right. You know what I mean?
Basically, do a little bit of A&R work too then.
A&R, bad as shit. All that.
Okay, so shout out to my nigga Naveen. I did not know Naveen was your best friend. But you know what? Now that I think back, he was in your video like a year ago. And it was hilarious. And I remember that.
I literally am like the secret glue that hold all this shit together. Like,
okay.
Literally, like,
but you play the behind the scenes.
Yeah, because that's like, I don't know, like, okay, I started doing music. I went on tour. I performed in front of crowds. But you always realize the head honchos are the managers.
Definitely, yeah.
Like, for every reason, and I don't give a fuck how rich the artist is, the manager is always somehow richer or as rich without having to do all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I love to do music, and like my music, like I got fans and shit that I still do music for. You know, I make a pretty decent amount of money. Like, I literally was paying my rent off of music and still do to this day.
Right.
But I like, you know, I want to be the boss.
Right. Well, I mean, so how long have you been linking people? When did that start? How'd that start?
My whole life. You know what I mean? Like, when you like, I just took, look, this the thing. I went to jail before, and then when I was in jail, I'm like, I know how to figure out any scam, any hustle, and I know how to do it. You know what I mean? If it's something that somebody is doing to make money, I could do it. You know what I mean? So that could be, oh, somebody over here want this for a high amount, but you know somebody over here with it for the low amount. So now you, okay, look, boom, boom, you connecting the dots. You know what I mean? But I was doing it in all illegal aspects of life. So then I told myself, like, I'm gonna try to start doing legal shit. You know what I mean? So I just took them same skills that I use in selling drugs and hustling and scamming, and I just put it towards like the music industry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like, if I like got this kid over here who's a fire ass artist, and I got this producer over here that's a fire ass producer, I'm gonna link them two together. If I have this dude who's an artist and this dude is an engineer, and I know he's a fire ass engineer because he don't even engineer rappers, I'm gonna introduce him. You know, connect the fucking dots. Because it's like, I always tell myself, like, it ain't about who make it. Like, if the whole ship make it to the moon, we all on the moon.
Yep.
We all
It's
on the
true.
moon. It don't matter where you, if you was the captain, if you was the motherfucking fuel fucking manager, if you was the anything, long as you make it on that ship. You feel me?
Right.
So I just try to, you know,
Link.
I'm just trying to help us make it to the motherfucking moon, man.
I think you're doing a good job too, because you know, I think it's so hilarious and ironic the fact that you've made something as not sellable as cough syrup sellable, in the sense of like people glorifying it. Like,
Well, people already glorify cough syrup.
But it's crazy, though,
I
'cause
put it on clothes,
Yeah.
and they glorify the clothes now.
Yeah.
You probably could put cough syrup on a car and the car itself. But this shit is like, it's crazy. You wouldn't know it because you don't sip it like that. But like,
Yeah.
in the cough syrup community, that shit is damn near like its own oracle. You know, they be like, thou shalt not worship. I know some niggas right now that worships lean.
yeah,
Like, they probably should go to hell how much they worship lean.
yeah. I mean, it's never been something that I've been interested in. You know, of course I see it around. I've had a sip or two. But it's not nothing that I've ever been interested in. But I do know a lot of people that fuck with it and like it. What do you think so addicting about it?
Whatever's inside of it, I don't know.
Do you still drink it? You don't drink it anymore.
I don't sip it.
Yeah, I've been. That's why I was like, every time I've been around you, I ain't never seen you. But I mean, okay, so the rap part of it.
Yeah.
How do you go about that? How did that come about? Besides the fact that you've always rapped.
Music came about really because like I had some best friends that blew up named Overdose. Literally like signed $1 million deals from doing music. So like, what the fuck? Like, and a lot of the times I would hear people rapping about like my life experiences. So then I just started like low key making music, you know. And then I kind of ran into Fizzle, who was my roommate, because he was friends with Naveen. He had an apartment for rent. I mean, a room for rent. So I moved in with him, and then we just started making music.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then when I like went to jail, and I got caught up on a case. Like I got out and I was like, man, like the only way I'm gonna beat this case is like either by being like a celebrity or like being rich.
Right.
And I just really started like
Grinding.
Like I ain't gonna lie, it's like fun to me. You know
That's what I
Like,
thought. Like, I thought it was like more so like a second hobby to you, like something you like play with.
Yeah, like it's fun, but it's still profitable in a sense too.
Right.
Like honestly, I probably done did more with me making music than like 90% of these artists out here. Like, you know,
right?
Because like when I was with Pump, I would open for him every show that he had around the world. Like if Pump was performing, I was opening.
Right.
And you know how many shows he's doing.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And besides opening with him, I was the hype man too. So it was like, you know, I done got paid a lot of money for doing music. So it's like, at this point, it's like.
So that's what got you more into the music?
No,
what got you popular to like sell the clothes? Because I hear so many stories. I heard you got popular from selling lean. I heard you got popular from having your own weed. That's an awful lot of gelato.
All of them.
I heard you got popular from the clothes. I heard you got popular from being
tattoo artist.
Yes, on tour with Lil Pump.
It's like all of them, because it's like each one of them things got me like different. Like when I was doing tattoos, I was doing tattoos in the hood. So I got popular with a lot of the hood people and a lot of young people. When I was with my boys Overdose, and they were like around like all of them like kind of like cool, like, you know, Dom Kennedy type of people. You know what I mean? I got popular with a lot of them. You know, then when I'm like with Drake on them, I get around, I know all them. So me just doing all these other things, just kind of like, me doing all those things really kind of just made me popular. It was like everywhere I went, I would see somebody from another something else. So I would be like the most known person because I do like 20 different things.
Right,
And
exactly.
Once I started like doing the clothes, that would make everybody like fuck with me because it's like that's something I did on my own.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
That was your original idea.
My shit.
And doesn't that feel good? Like, you're so successful off of the clothes, and it's something that you put together yourself. Nobody could really take that from you. It's your experience, your idea. Like,
yeah, it's all mine.
It's all yours. It's like, you're the one who went through it, you know?
It feels so good.
It's like my YouTube and my vlogs. That's how I feel about
like
my shit.
You build it up.
I built this shit.
You know
I'm really outside with these niggas. You feel me?
Outside,
you
in the
feel
field.
me? And you know that. Because I be with y'all outside. Like, you know? So it's like...
That's what I be telling people. Like, you can have like your plan A. Like, plan B should be something that's really just you, so you can say you built it up. Like, you know, if your plan A is doing this, that, and the other, my plan B was clothes. So while I was trying to be a rapper, while I was trying to be this, I was still always doing clothes. So, like, over time, the clothes grew while everything else wasn't working. The clothes, you know?
Yeah.
Like a little plant that you planted, you just giving it a little water every day.
Exactly.
No matter if you going to work, if you going on tour, you still giving it water. You're
Right.
like, fuck, like, you know? Once I was giving it enough water, that bitch started really growing.
Right. So, okay, so did you start off first with the van? Was that the first initial thing? You started off selling it to people like...
No, like, so like I said, I was on tour with Pump, you feel me? So it's like, when I first met Pump, I already had my shirts. So when I went on tour with him, it's like, bro, can I sell my merch at your merch desk too? So like, while I was performing, I'm wearing my shit to perform, and I'm telling people afterwards, you can go and get with my drip that I got on in the back.
Gotcha.
So every show, I'm making money off of merch. I'm making money off of clothes. I mean, off of performing. You know what I mean? It's just when Corona hit and everything started shutting down, and like Pump went to Miami and I stayed in LA. It was like, now I'm just about to focus on this little plant that I've been putting water in.
Gotcha.
I was like, really focus on it, and that was my clothes, and I started focusing on it more. Like, I'll just be like, okay, I got about 70, 80,000 followers at this point. So I'm like, out of all of these followers, I know it's one person on here that want to buy a hoodie. And this is when it was like 120. So I'm like, if I can sell one hoodie a day or 2 hoodies a day, I'm straight. So I would be on Instagram. Like, people go through my requests, see who want, like, because I'll wear it, and then people will request, I want that, I need that, can I get that, how can I get that? So I'll go through my requests, find it, sell it to them. And after a while, it started realizing a lot of the people are in LA. So then me and my assistant started driving around and delivering it to them every day. Like, we'll wake up, from the next day, I'll tell people, like, tomorrow I'm going to pull up on you, I'll have it for you, I'll get addresses, we'll go boom, 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 knocking people out all day. So then, like, when Corona started, right around when Corona was starting and everything was shutting down, it was just too many people to pull up on. So, like, I kind of found a parking lot where it wasn't that many people in. But that, like, yes, my first initial idea was get a van, get it wrapped, So when I'm driving, people like, hey, I want a hoodie. Pull over, that's $100. You feel me? And then I can pull up on them, and when I pull up on them, it's gonna be like an interaction. Like, oh, he put up on me in the van, but then it just got too hectic. I can't be pulling up on as many people.
Right.
And this shit is dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then I started put in a parking lot that was vacant because Corona, so nobody was working, and just started having people meet me there. And then that's how the parking lot got so big. I ended up buying another van because I couldn't hold all the stuff in one van.
Really?
And I had 2 vans out of that parking lot. So then I was just in the parking lot so long to where it was just like, you know, I wanted a store, I needed a store, and shit, this opportunity just opened up, and then I got the store, and the shit really been all crazy.
Okay, so how long have you had the store?
3 months, 4 months.
3 months, 4 months. Okay. And do you feel like you sell the same amount that you were selling out the van, if not more?
More.
More? Okay, because you've actually...
Because in the van, I wasn't making this many clothes. Like in the van, I would make like 100 hoodies total. You know what I mean? Now my minimum is like 250 hoodies.
Well, we can see that because we're in the inventory room right
like,
now. So
I wouldn't even have this much shit at first.
Right. So where does the inspiration for the designs come?
Me, I literally just be like, okay, like St. Patrick is coming up. So I'll just sit down, get high, eat some cereal, eat some food, and just think of like, well, what I want for my idea to be. I'll search the internet, get inspiration. You know, I used to be a tattoo artist, so I can draw too. So I'll like start drawing and sketching, and then I'll send that to my graphic designer, and he'll bring it to life.
Okay. All right. That's dope. So, what do you feel like is your favorite? Okay, first of all, let's talk about your All-Star Weekend collab.
Yeah.
You just came back from All-Star Weekend, past weekend before this. What did you have out there for sale?
I did a collab with Young Thug. It was an awful lot of slimes. We had 2 different designs. We had them on hoodies and t-shirts, and besides that, I made like some crazy like marble wash dye tracksuits and like neon green and black and neon green and green that we had out there. Super limited, super rare.
Okay, so are the awful lot of slimes, is that still being sold? Able to be?
No, it's sold out.
It's completely sold out.
Yeah.
Are you gonna bring it back?
We're gonna drop some at Fred Siegel, but besides that, they're sold out. Like, you don't go to Fred Siegel, you can't.
And where's Fred Siegel?
Sunset.
Okay.
Sunset in Hacienda, North Hollywood.
Okay.
West Hollywood.
Well, when you're ready to do There's an Awful Lot of Free and put my face on it.
Ooh, that'll be fine.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm ready for you, Dubb. There's an awful lot of free.
Awful lot of.
You feel me? That's an awful lot of free. But no, I think that's dope as hell. You know, honestly, like, I haven't even known you for that long. I've known you for a cool couple months since Draco's been out of jail.
Yeah.
And I've gotten nothing but good vibes from you since I've met you. You know, so I was really happy for you guys out there, you know, doing your entrepreneur shit. It's good to see.
Yeah, I even gave Draco a day out there. I like, you know, I booked him for.
I seen that. I seen that.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people was able to pull up in Atlanta
and meet him.
You know.
Yeah. And you know, I think that's dope that you're not weird about, because you know what everybody has to realize that Dubb has done is he really took his own style and allowed you guys to dress like him and not feel weird about everybody in the world looking like him. And honestly, I don't know if I could have did it, because everybody wearing your drip, nigga. You know what I mean?
You're not shit.
It's like everybody's in it. And me personally, like, I get a little here and there, a little come up. I don't even want to post the shit because I don't want nobody in it. But it just shows your character as a person. You know, you're that confident with yourself that you're willing to let everybody else dress like you.
Yeah, let's go.
And still, you feel me, and still be cool about it. And you know, that's dope.
Like, people gonna dress like whoever they like. You know, everybody gonna dress like 2 Chainz. Everybody gonna dress like Thug. Like,
right.
Why not you be the influence? Why not you be the leader that everybody dress like? Why not everybody that they dressing like be wearing something that you made?
Right. Exactly. How did the Young Thug collaboration come about? Did you meet him through him wearing your clothes, or you knew them before?
I've been with Thug. You know, he a player, so you know players always link up.
Right.
You know how that is. So I've been fucking with Thug. You know, Duke, my boy. And then, you know, Duke always would support my brand by wearing my shit. Mm-hmm. And then, like, he would wear so much, you know, he like, you know, Thug wants some of this shit. I'm like, well, stop playing. Like, no, Thug wants some of this shit. And And you know, I used to give him stuff all the time, but I didn't hang around him like that. So I wasn't seeing him wear it. But like people would be like, "Bro, I just seen Thug in your pair." I'm like, "Where?" Like
I seen him in the Christmas sweater.
Yeah, but I'm talking about this is new. I'm talking about a long time ago. So like, I never see him in it, you know. And then like one day I came over there and I had some shit. And he literally put the shit right on in front of me. Like, man, I was waiting for somebody to do it. I was like, damn. He was like, "Oh, you ain't gotta leave Desto, chill. I fuck with you, man. I rock with what you doing."
Right.
You know what I mean? Then he started like playing my music. You know what I mean? I got 3 songs with Young Thug.
Really?
Got 3 songs with Young Thug.
Really?
So it's just like, you know, then after a while I was around him so much, he really would wear my shit all the time. And then, you know, I think I already told him, he already told me one day he had to show you like, Desto, we gonna do a collab too. You work on some shit and I'm gonna prove it.
Okay.
So then like, you know, I was hanging out with Yak one day, which is like his damn near brother. Yak was like, we gotta do an awful lot of signs. So I came up with these designs and Thug fucked with it. And then after that, we really wasn't even had a date to drop them. But then we went to Vegas. When we went to Vegas, I think he lost like 800,000. I lost about 15,000 for the whole ride back.
Yo, 15 compared to his 800,000.
So the whole ride back, we are both hot, tripping, you know. But the next day, like I just had an idea, like, hey, Thug, feel like we can drop an awful lot of slime to All Star, and we can make like some of our bread back. You know what I mean? So, you know, if not all of it.
I think his went viral. I think I seen that on the Daily Loud.
What?
Them talking about him losing that 800,000. I think I heard about that.
Yeah. So like when that happened, he was like, "Let's go, let's do it. I'm behind you, twin. Whatever you want." So then, you know, I just press play. You know, got to start getting the shit printed, start getting samples, start getting paid for shipping, find the venue, make the flyers. You know, do a photo shoot for the clothes so people can know what's coming.
Right.
You know, all of that and shit. Shit turned out successful.
Do you have any other collaborations that you've done with anybody else?
Yeah, I did a collab with Greedo. I did a collab with
Free my nigga the Greedo.
Draco.
Oh yes, I need one of those. That's an awful lot of stinks. Yeah, you know I need one of those. Shout out the bros.
You know what I mean? I'm doing a collab with Anwar Carrots. I did a collab with you know, just
now are those still available?
YML, you know, they sell out. So once they gone, they gone.
Okay, you make them exclusive. Yeah. That's how my t-shirts are too.
I do a batch and it's gone.
Yeah. And I think that's good. It makes your stuff not as repetitive. It's like, you know, that makes it exclusive. It makes people, because when I was explaining to, I think it was my mom, thought I was going to interview you. I was explaining to her like who you were and stuff. I was telling her like your clothes are exclusive, like a boutique. And that's why, you know, the prices are different. You know, somewhere else, you might not go and get a sweater, but you have good quality stuff. So I wouldn't mind paying a couple $100s for a sweater or a sweatsuit by you, and I know it's going to last. Because I personally like artist merchandise. You know, I have a lot of Young Thugs. I mean, NBA Young Boys clothes. I have a lot of Mozzie stuff.
You know who really had me tripping about the merch? Like, this was like when Kanye was doing that performance and he was standing on a piece of the little piece of whatever floating over the crowd and performing at the forum. I went to there, right? I went to that. And when I went there, I stood in a long ass line just to get like taxed for like some regular ass like a shirt, camo shirt that said Yeezy, another hoodie that got like a blurred out picture of Kim. You know what I mean? I spent damn near like $1,000 just to buy this shit, just to wear it when he's performing, just so when I walk down the street, somebody else, or if I see somebody with that same hoodie, I'm like, oh, you was at that show. I see what your vibe is. I see what you on. You know what I mean? That shirt did that much. I wanted to make shit like that. Like when you wear it, you know you had to get it from me around this time. It's not like, oh, you got that in Denver in 2019 or you got that in, no, this hoodie only was in LA in 2020. So that means you must have put over there in that parking lot just like I did, because I got the same one. You know, I want shit like that like make people feel like, okay, yeah, like it's like down there like a time machine. Like when I put this on, like it's gonna take me back to right there when I met this nigga. No matter how far I go or how big I get or wherever the fuck I end up, you got that right there.
Yep.
You know, I don't want this shit to be like just like some shit that people just buy and just
you can get anyway.
Like no, like bro, I don't make a lot of them. You know, I'm putting this shit on. The people I'm giving it to is putting this shit on.
What's your favorite piece that you've made? Your favorite idea?
It's probably like this fucking like hoodie I did when I performed at Rolling Loud. It was like brown. Shit was fire. I don't even like cause I did a pop-up out there too when I did it.
Did you sell it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that shit is so fucking hard, bro. Like, I think I got like a 2X on 1 2X. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know where I got them blanks from at that time. But it's like, if you got that hoodie, you probably was in San Francisco during Rolling Loud when I performed. You know what I mean?
So it's like it's an exclusive
yeah, just like
shit.
these. Like, if you got one of these, you was in Atlanta.
Okay, so the green ones are from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Those are the slimes?
Yeah. If you would have one of those,
he still has some, guys. He just not going to sell them to y'all.
He was in that. No, all these going to Prince Eagle.
Oh, okay. For them to be sold there. And how much does a sweatsuit go for, pricing wise?
Like $300 for the top, $300 for the bottom.
Okay.
$600.
Okay. That's not bad at all. What do you feel like you've gained so much from, besides, of course, the obvious parts of it? For yourself, like
generational wealth. I done gave my brother a job. Now he's like kind of like taking care of responsibilities that he needs to as a man. My mom, I gave my mom a job, so now she's like making like good money just for like literally not doing nothing when she deserved her whole life. You know, I really hire a lot of people. You know, like I don't know if people notice that. Like I use a lot of people that I know that I was raised with that from the hood. You know what I mean? Like I can use anybody. You know what I mean? Like my wife is having a dinner. I'm using like my homeboy chef who I went to high school with,
right?
Chef Grizzly. Like I can hire anybody I want. You know what I mean? Really,
right.
Like financially, I can, but I really be trying to like keep my money with the people that fuck with me.
As you should. Coming up in the woodworks.
Top of the mixtape with Ralphie the Plug, a whole bunch of new collaborations. I'm doing a collaboration with Wine Melly. I'm gonna get another store. I'm getting a store out of state as well. I plan on getting some apartments.
You're gonna sell apartments?
I'm gonna buy some apartments. I'm saving right now to buy some apartments. Like, I wanna buy like some apartments. Told Draco he needs to stop playing. Buy some apartments, nigga.
I'm done with y'all. I'm not finna play with y'all.
Yeah, I'm a busted. I'll buy me an apartment.
But that's good money though.
To know, like, you ain't gotta be a rapper to
get
rich. You know, you ain't gotta be a trapper. You know what I mean? You could, like, you know how you like to just dress and dress nice and do all that? You can do that and still be as rich as all these other niggas. So, like, don't listen to them when they be like, no, make your own lane, my nigga. You want to make beanies? Make beanies, nigga, and get your bag off of making beanies. You do not have to do what everybody else do. You do not. It's nothing in the life saying you have to do what anybody else do, bro. Like live your life.
Is the whole bag
You can be
full of
fucking
it?
rich as fuck off of whatever the fuck you want to do. Be the leader. Feel me? Then they gonna follow you.
I think you're a good example for the kids.
All
and
I'm
you
trying
have
to
good
teach them,
spirits.
you feel me? Like, sometimes it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take 3-4 years. It's gonna take 5 years. It's gonna be hard. But when you get it, you're gonna get it. And it's gonna roll. And all that other shit you wanna do, you can do it easily. Nigga, I can rap and perform anywhere I want in the world because my clothes is making that money.
I think the organic thing about it too is you're actually at your business. You're here. If you guys come into the store, I mean, I'm pretty sure you go out and make runs and stuff, but for the most part, he's here. He's at the store, interacting with the customers. You know, people were outside. I was out there doing behind the scenes, and you were back here doing whatever. And people were out there acting like they were shopping, but really they were waiting for you to come out.
Yeah.
They wanted you to come out while they bought the clothes so they could get pictures.
They want to be a part of it.
Yeah, they want to be a part of it. And I think that that's dope that you're actually around for that. You know, a lot of people open up stores and they don't even go to them. They just come and pick the cash register up.
I'm at this motherfucker every day like Nip.
Okay, I don't... The flex. How much is this? Because I think Draco had, what, 40 on his?
It's probably like for a tag team duo. If you're talking about the West, you're talking about us.
Pretty much.
So, you hearing my shit or you listening to his shit?
Yeah, and it's crazy because he said that at the end of his video too. Like, I love that rant, by the way. I had to repost that rant because he talked just as much shit as me, and that's why we friends. Like, you feel me? It's just, you just gotta know when you something, you know? So it's like, when he said that, like, y'all niggas can't even get clothes without thinking of me. without it being a party. I mean, you want to wear Dubb clothes, you gonna wear his clothes. You gonna come get the shit.
Awful lot of grills. Make sure y'all hit me up. Y'all want some grills? I just made.
Yeah, what is that about? Because I'm outside.
8 VVS buzzing down at the top, bottom white gold with Draco and VVS diamonds. You know, I can do anything you want. You know.
How did that come out? How did that come about?
Me and my jeweler got together and was like, "Hey, let's fuck the game up. Let's do Awful Lot of grills."
Is your jeweler Rami as well?
No, Ramen is one of my jewelers, but I'm talking about my boy, Gold Teeth God.
Oh, okay.
My Jewish partner. You know what I mean? Got them Jewish ties.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yes,
anything
sir.
else you want to say? There go that $1 million smile. You're hilarious, Dubb. I think we need to do a skit together.
1.2.
Because I be seeing you in here clowning.
I just be chilling, man. I be working my ass off, man.
Yeah, I know. You helped me wait 2 hours to interview you.
I appreciate you for it.
No, I appreciate you, though. Real shit. I appreciate you. Because you kept your word. I ran into you, and then I'm like, Dubb, when we going to do the interview? And you like, I got you. And that's why I fuck with
Awful
you.
lot of it. There's an awful lot of drip.
Awful lot of free.
Yes,
I mean,
thank
Dubb put
you.
his shoes in the camera. Let me go ahead and put my shoes in
Stop
the
playing
camera.
with her.
Stop playing with me. You
Yes,
feel
I
me?
ski.
But yeah, so if you got any exclusives for the people?
You just gotta follow Desto Dubb, DESTODUBB. You gonna see everything that we got cracking. Tatman Dubb is my Twitter, TATTMANDUBB, and then my Instagram is Desto Dubb, DESTODUBB.
Oh wait, we didn't talk about your soda.
Awful lot of peanut colada.
Nigga, you
Stop
could
playing
listen.
with
This nigga, you like. I want to be Dubb when I grow up.
Awful
like-
lot of peanut colada.
Like, what the fuck, bro? You have everything. You got your finger in everything.
I tried to.
Like, how did the soda come about?
I really supported my buddy company, Exotic Pop.
Mm-hmm.
And when Chance Roll, he gave me my own soda for fucking with him so hard.
And now, and you want to know what is so ironic about it? Dubb soda is sold in Bakersfield, in the hood.
Distribution through Pepsi.
Yeah, so if you guys are in, I think it was, where was I? Oh, MLK.
Just
Central
go to your store and I can tell them you want Awful Lot of Pina Colada by Exotic Pop.
Thank you guys for tapping in and viewing the vlogs. I've been getting such a great reaction. Okay, let's get the money one more time before the vlog goes off. You know, I'm with all the antics. You feel me? I be on all day bullshit. I love all day antics. Hello. I can't hear. Wait, hold on, bitch. I can't hear you.
She can't hear you.
That's an awful lot of money right there.
That's an awful lot of it.
All right, y'all. Signing out.